All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Says we're live. Welcome, Wanderer, Wayfarer, Wildcat, Wizard Warrior alike, wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. Welcome back. I just heard that President Trump released a message to the American people that he's seen little green men floating around, and he says they're great. They're the greatest thing he's ever seen. Nobody knows and see how all important these little green men are. So let's have a look. Make sure you guys hit the button, do the thing, like and subscribe. Ow, that happy. That makes YouTube's algobots bark like Pavlov's dog. Woof, woof, woof. Push the button. Do it now, guys. Do it now. Do it right now. Come on, get it done. Make sure you hit that button. Make sure you subscribe. Let's see. It doesn't even look like I can add anything to the screen, can I? What the fuck is that? The iPad version of this app doesn't allow me to add anything. Why is that? What is up with that? Where's the button to add my screen? Let's see, what does this button do? It says plus, add an item. Okay. Dynamic camera grid, camera slot, media slot. Media slot? No, that's weird. Discard changes. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. Um, invite guests to the studio. Okay, I guess I can do that. Go to the comment window, plug it in there, paste. All right, I think that worked. This is a little different than on my laptop, guys. I'm doing this from the iPad. I hope this microphone is working. I'm making a little coffee over here. Hey, what was that? Somebody stepped on a frog. Later. That's only one key card there. I wonder where the other key card is. So did you guys hear about Trump saying that he saw little green men floating around, visitors from Mars and Venus? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Is that how the old thing went? The age old adage. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. We'll get a little cup of coffee. I haven't talked in days. I'm not doing any streaming or teaching class. I'm pretty much just silently eating, not saying anything, just keeping my goddamn mouth shut, right? Guess that's probably the way to be. I just went over, thought it'd be fun to take part in a live stream, and I saw that 007 was streaming, but then there was a bit of an argument in the stream, and so he shut it down. I don't know, maybe he had shit to do. Guys, make sure you check me out at buymeacoffee.com. Put a little something something in the tip jar. Okay, so I got that button, this button, and that button. And then over here we got comment banner, media asset. Maybe that'll do it. Media asset, video clips, new QR code. No, this is weird, man. It doesn't have the same available buttons that my laptop thing does. So that's kind of trippy. Not exactly sure why that is. We get the music though. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. We can check the feedback loop. All right, all right, all right. Frank Bonde coming at you once again, like Finnegan. FM radio, jockey on your headset, broadcasting to you from the Central Kingdom of the Celestial Dragon, Twilight Zone, Old Peking. I'm not in Old Peking today, though, guys. I'm in Old Shanghai. Says I'm live. President Trump's UFOs and UAPs. Nobody's hit the button. A couple people stopped by to check it out, but nobody hit the button. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, it shows me in my hotel room. I could see that. Kind of weird compression on like this fisheye camera, huh? It says odds. Oh, there's a normal camera shot, huh? I don't know. The ultra wide kind of. I think I like that. So I checked out some news articles on that Trump U button for me to add to share my screen. Well, that's weird. I guess I'm just gonna have to do without it. Hello, because obviously ain't nobody gonna show up and say hi. Mm. I think it's kind of a weird thing, I guess. I don't know. UFO, unidentified flying object. How much truth is there to any of that? I guess there's a little, or an abduction experience. It's a pretty legit thing, but I don't think it fits strictly into the looking for. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't know that that's what it is, right? It's audio recording layouts and guests. Yeah, weird how there's no to. Is that button's just totally missing? Oh, here we go. There it is. There, folders. Create a new folder. Got a little section over here, beta scenes with folders, but that still doesn't have the button to share anything. Can't share no video. Can't share on my screen. Oh, trippy. I guess I should have brought my laptop. Didn't want to though. Wanted to bring the iPad. Lighten my load. I brought a 50 millimeter lens for my camera. This isn't even staying connected, man. It keeps blanking out. 150 millimeter lens for the camera, for the Canon, one iPad, cell phone, and just a small amount of clothes, one pair of shoes. I think that's the way to go. It's funny though, like the lighter I travel, the more my family will offset that by packing extra. So it seems like there's a certain amount of things and energy within a person's auric field. And no matter how you shift or alternate those things around, it's always going to be relatively the same amount, right? Like right now, I'm in a hotel room and I've got a light amount of gear and stuff. And I intentionally try to narrow down the amount of things I brought. And as a result, like, or I guess my son felt like he could bring a little extra. The wife and daughter, they brought a little more. And then we brought the mother-in-law as well, right? Got a couple of hotel rooms, whole suite of hotel rooms here. I'm alone in this one right now. But I tend to think that had I packed a little heavier and been like, I'm gonna bring a little more stuff, then other people would have brought less. Maybe the mother-in-law wouldn't have come. And so it seems that there's a certain amount of energy within the auric field. And if you if you take things out of that sphere of direct control, then more things will come in to fill it. And if those things leave, then something else will come in to replace them. And it seems like it's been the same amount of energy since day one, whether it be a certain number of friends and family that are near you from your childhood, teen years, college years, early career, middle career, and now late career, right? Like it's always relatively the same amount of energy in that auric field. So I'm in a hotel now. Like I said, I've got a certain amount of accoutrements, and you can only use any number of things in a given day. I just chilling at the hotel, Sophie, talking about things in the auric field. And so I brought a 50 millimeter lens with my camera. And I think about, I just brought the one Canon 50 millimeter lens to take portraits and street shots, do some street shooting, you know. There you go. I shot your picture, Sophie. Uh, and no matter how far you go, no matter where you go, there you are. And no matter how many things you have in that sphere of control, those are the amount of things that are going to be there like all the time. Even if you were homeless and on the street, you'd still have relatively about the same amount of things in your auric field that you would be manipulating. The quality of those items might not be very good. And the quality of life, I would think, would be subpar if you were to be right in such a said situation. But I think that you would find a similar amount of people within your social circle and friends and family, again, whether they be friends or family, that you could interact with. And if you're living in a mansion, and say you got like a 30 bedroom mansion with, I don't know, what would a 30 bedroom mansion have as far as bathrooms? They probably have like, I don't know, 20 bathrooms, one per room, one per two rooms, something like that, maybe one for every room. So you're talking like 30 bed and bath. And unless you were attracting a lot of moving energy coming and going through those spaces, like a hotel, for example, then you'd have relatively the same amount of things going on, right? Two or three people that you consider to be friends, maybe half a dozen family members that you interact with, another half a dozen folks that you interact with for your career. Those are probably, vary. But I don't think that really changes ever so much unless you become a live performer. Then there's these rare instances when you're on stage in front of 50 to 100 people, or maybe 200 to 500 or 1,000, or in the, you know, huge numbers. We're talking 10, 20,000. The biggest venues seat, what, 60,000 people. And then if you're on the internet, you have the opportunity to be live. Hundreds of millions of people simultaneously. I don't know why this thing keeps blacking out on me, man. It's weird. That worked. Okay, I clicked on it. On stage, it says. Weird. On stage, okay. Yeah, I was just checking you out, Voy, over at 007, and then he ended the show. So it was time over. Yeah, anytime's a good time for wearing the robe. You know, I'm always hanging out in a robe. I picked up that kind of casual indoor persona from the Chinese culture. Like, they're very religious about you come in, you take off the shoes, and you get rid of the outdoor clothing immediately. You never wear outdoor clothing indoors in a dwelling space. It's just bad etiquette. It's bad form. So, oh, people are, they're famous for the pajamas, right? I think. So people are always hanging out in pajamas and robes, room slippers. See if we can't get rid of that banner. Um, yeah, it is. Little bit of a conversation with you guys over there at 007, boy. And then you guys disappeared. You turned off the live stream. Not you, but Richie. I think that's his name, right? Um, until recently, I only knew him as 007. Didn't know him as Richie. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking, yeah, I'd like to chit chat with these guys. Jess White was there. Voy was there. A couple of other folks. But my voice wasn't warmed up. I haven't been talking much the last few days, just hanging out with the family, cruising around the city. Yes, Sophie, I'm traveling. If you check my Frank Monday page and then you go to the section here on YouTube, the Frank Monday page, and then you go to the section that says posts, updated everyone. So there's a posts section, and I think I posted like 2 or 3 articles telling everyone that I've been traveling in Shanghai. I've been down here for what? Going on going on a little over a week now. And I've got about another week in this area. So I've been visiting some of the environs near Shanghai, all in this one area, like a Tri-Cities area. There's Shanghai, Nanjing, Suzhou, Jiangsu, Jiangxi, and Hunan. Yeah, check it out later. Anyway, all in this area, there's like a bunch of different environs to see that are super like idyllic of China, like traditional Chinese culture. Pagodas, parks, caverns, streams, little waterfalls, old temples. And here in the city, like in Shanghai and Nanjing, there's there's more European architecture, Greco-Roman, Tudor, like 18th century Germanic, French, Japanese. There's like so much colonial and European architecture here that it's just fucking unreal. Like every other building is done in some European style or American. Like there's some buildings that say they were built by American Freemasons, like 1903, 1906, 1913. They have plaques on them. I saw a building today that was built by Germanic people. It's called a Germanic wood framed house. It was really big, turned into a hotel. So it was built in 1925. So there's just tons of beautiful architecture at every corner, which is just mind blowing. I mean, it's the middle of China and it's just filled with European architecture. Go figure, right? Old Tartaria. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of like this city. This city has a nice vibe. There's a lot more foreigners here than up in Beijing. This is like in the south, whereas Beijing is in the north. And so when I get a long vacation, like winter vacation, it's kind of nicer to come down here, like this area, Nanjing, and even down as far as like Yunnan and Kunming, because the weather's much more tolerable. It's a little warmer. It's more spring-like. Beijing gets super cold, man. It's more northernly city. Blessings and greetings. Master Voy is here. How do we add to? There it is. There. We know, good boy.
How are you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man.
It looks like you're doing good. I mean, out there in your robe.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay connected. You know, the internet. I'll kill the camera though. It doesn't look like you got your camera on.
Oh well.
Free up the signal a little.
Okay, maybe that's fucking up the signal. How about this? How are you? I mean, you look fucking good in your robe, dude. It's not like I wanna be next to you in the room.
What was happening?
I just like to watch at you. You know, you in the robe in the room.
It sounded like you guys were in a battle royale over there.
Oh, dude, I was trying to battle the Aussie women. Didn't go well, did it? You pour me another sake too.
Say again.
You pour me another sake too, please.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm having some coffee and water. What do you got going on? What's been going on? What was going on over at Richie's place?
Well,
sounded like y'all were getting into it.
Yeah. So what did you see?
It looked like I saw what was a little bit of a cat fight. A couple of broads like pulling each other's hair out.
Right.
Is that what was going down?
Kind of.
I just kind of tuned in at the tail end of it. It was a latecomer.
That's a short story to it, right? Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on with you? It sounds like you might be rolling a smoke. You having a blessed day?
You know, I'm rolling it with those Chinese rice papers, right?
Roll it up, light it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale.
I cannot roll with the normal papers, dude. I can't. I just can't. I can only roll it with the rice paper. If I would have to smoke my tobacco through normal paper, I would just stop smoking altogether. I would. I definitely would.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like the rice paper better too.
Yeah,
it's much nicer.
Yeah,
cleaner burning smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bit of a spiritual element to it.
Huh?
It's good magic, as some might say, right? Some might say that.
You would be the one to say that.
I don't know who would say that.
Only Frank would say that.
Good motherfucking
only fucking Mank Fronde would say that.
Only Frank motherfucking Monday.
No, Mank Fronde. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make fun day.
Bank Fun Day. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was checking out some of the architecture here in the city, man. Shanghai, it's got some really beautiful architecture. Old world.
I believe you.
Some of that old Tartarian. Flat Earth British would love it over here, man. He'd be going crazy.
I met Flat Earth British. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Martin Leaked, right? That dude seems pretty chill. I
And,
like
and
him.
the first thing he said to me, he said, Voy, what the fuck, Voy? You said you hated everything I do on YouTube. I said, what? Did I say that? He said, yes. I said, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that might be. I say those things. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
I don't,
It seems like it's a different thing, like people in real life and people on the internet. I mean,
I don't
it's
remember. I don't remember saying it, but I
I wouldn't think that to be true with you though, because
no.
you're a gentleman of refinement and cultivation, and I
Well,
would
I
think that
wouldn't say that either. No.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I would think that you would carry yourself much in the online world as you would in the real world.
True that. True that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be a lot of difference.
Nah. True that. But
So
I actually met Martin Liedtke, and it was a good how do you say this
it's good
encounter
magic.
encounter
Yeah, nice.
good magic there. Yeah.
A lovely rendezvous.
Yeah. A lovely rendezvous.
Rendezvous. Yeah,
Yeah.
like two ships passing in the night.
No, it wasn't like that. No.
No, you guys like did a hookup, like a meetup, like a.
No, he did. Fuck, dude. I mean, the party went on for 2 days, and he didn't
Oh,
show up.
okay.
He didn't show up the second day. Like, what the fuck is up with you, Martin
Oh,
Liedtke?
okay. Was it like a well-known thing, like an internet thing, or like a flat Earth thing, or?
Dude. Yes, it was, dude.
Yeah, I think you were telling me about that before. Like you organized some of that or something, right?
No.
No, you just participated.
No, but it was a good thing, and I was a bit disappointed that he wasn't there the second day. But well,
What are you gonna do? You win some, you lose some. So, do you know Sophia Daisy May? She's a regular over at Chats with Jack, or used to be until
I
recently.
I thought she
I think
was AI. I thought she
no,
was.
I think they had a bit of a falling out though. Her and Jack. Jack kind of got pissed off at her one day.
Oh,
She
the
was
Jack,
giving
the
she
Jack.
was giving yeah, she was giving him a little pushback on something he'd said, I guess. And I didn't really catch the whole thing, but I kind of saw it playing out in the chat. I think I was on panel that day,
When the fuck was that?
a couple of weeks ago, I think, if I remember correctly, if memory serves.
But it stayed with you, right? So it
Yeah, because Sophia comes over here quite a bit. We chat. So I've never seen her up on panel. That's with some folks, like you only ever see them in the chat.
it's a bit suspicious, right? What's up with these people that never show up in panel?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Well, I think it's AI.
Oh,
I think it's AI. They always have AI in their name too. So
yeah, that throws me as well. I don't know what's up with that. Why are there like strange numbers, certain names? Isn't that a little sus?
it is. It always fucking suspicious, dude. All of it is. Even you, especially me, but you mostly.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? My son's tracking me down.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's wondering what I'm up to. you did you see him?
Yeah, walking off like walking out the scene like a real gangster. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Full confidence there. I like that.
yeah, we're in Shanghai. It's an older city, you know. It's really nice. I like it here.
Did you get Shanghai?
I'm Shanghaied. I'm Shanghaied in Shanghai.
And you're happy with it, right? You got Shanghai,
Mm.
and you're still living in fucking Shanghai as it is.
Yeah,
Man,
it's nice to take a break from the capital.
Jesus.
Come to one of the one of the second tier cities. But I think like China's preeminent cities are Beijing, Shanghai, and like Shenzhen or Hong Kong. Those are like the top three, top tier cities.
Those are four cities, dude.
Yeah, some would say that Shanghai is even like China's number one city. Some would say that. I
Hmm.
wouldn't know because I'm a Beijing resident, so I couldn't say that. That would be
Always,
treachery.
always Beijing, right? Beijing
Y-
first.
Yeah, Beijing's number one. Otherwise, I'd be a traitor.
Yeah. And you can't be a trader twice. I mean, you can only be a trader once, you know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem, really. It's like I wasn't a traitor to my hometown. Like they were a traitor to all of us. They flooded the inner city with illegal immigrants for the last 4 or 5 decades, and
So
we
the best
we
thing
had
to do, as revenge is to become a legal immigrant in their country, right?
that's
That's the
right.
best. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
drove us out of there.
Yeah. I like your strategy.
White flight.
Yeah. Brain drain. Yeah. The brain drain from the West. Frank is part of it, and he's proud of it. But it's okay. You know, it's okay with me. I don't blame Frank. I
No,
blame I blame Israel. That's what I do.
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do tell. Why is that? What did they do to you?
Well,
Did they shit in your nest?
have you never heard
Well, I
that
hear what's on the television, but I
they
don't have any
they,
firsthand experience.
they
So
poisoned the wells,
yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny
and then
any
they
involvement with that.
put it in the papers that, oh, it's the pest. Oh, it's the pest. Oh, it's just among you Goy people. We didn't poison the wells. No, 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 no. It's just you ugly Goy boy people. You got poisoned because you're so ugly and innocent and fat and oh, that's why you're so dirty. You dirty
Yeah,
little pig. You
I
dirty
heard
little
some.
pig Goy people.
I've heard something about that. I have, but it's hearsay. Hearsay.
Yeah. Well, that's what you say. The facts are there. It's not my. It's. I mean, do you want to make a point of this? Because I mean, I can go on about this if you want me to, but I don't think it's allowed in your. Well, I think it's allowed in your country, and it's allowed in
Yeah,
my country, but not in any country in between.
right. Find out who you can't criticize, and you'll
Nah,
know who you'll know who's ruling over you, right?
you'll be called a revisionist. It's like
Indeed.
that's the
Yeah, I know.
best. That's the best
I,
that I
I,
can do in my country. Be called a
I honestly,
revisionist. Yeah.
Personally, I honestly don't care enough about it to get into it, but that's just me, right?
Yeah, that's
In
just.
other news, did you see the topic there? Today's topic: President Trump's UFOs and UAPs. What do you think about that breaking news story?
Dumb dude, I don't care a fucking half shit about that. Like,
Is that
what
more
the fuck?
smoke and mirrors to
Oh,
direct us away from the big
duh,
topics of the day?
duh, duh.
Because some might say that, right?
I would be one of them. Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I would be one of those some that say that. That's me.
hmm.
Something else going on. Telling you.
Sophie said she opened all the windows to get it some fresh air in the house.
Hmm.
How's the weather where you're at today? Is you guys
Fucking
having a
misty.
lovely day?
Fucking misty.
Misty?
And how do you call this? Overcast. Overcast.
Overcast, okay. So you're doing a little the Misty Mountain hop, huh?
Yeah. That's what I'm
I
doing.
Yeah, I can't sing any Zeppelin. How's your Zeppelin singing voice?
But
Led Zeppelin? Can you sing can you sing Zeppelin? Who was the lead singer of Zeppelin? I forget. Something Page. Um
Robert,
Robert Plant.
Robert, Robert.
Yeah, not Page, Plant, right?
Uh, I
I
don't
don't
even.
know, but I've been told a big lip woman ain't got no soul.
Oh,
How's it go? I haven't listened to any Zeppelin in years, man. I used to really dig Led Zeppelin. I thought they were pretty groovy.
I never heard any album. I never played, never requested anything by Led Zeppelin.
Really?
No, never, ever.
I used to have all that shit on vinyl, man.
Well,
Eight track.
how do you feel
I
about it?
inherit I inherited an entire generation, two generations, maybe even three generations of music from everyone in the family. I had my dad's records, my mom's, and then all my older brothers and sisters and stuff. So I had like a really eclectic upbringing in a variety of. I never learned who anybody was really, though. I just enjoyed listening to it. They'd say, "Oh, you know who this is, or you know who that is?" I'd say, "I have no fucking idea, man." I didn't care. I just wanted to hear the music, you know. Fucking, I'm not run around polishing their fucking shoes. I'm just gonna listen to the music, baby. Am I
Mhm.
learn the motherfucking biographical data? To what
What?
end?
So, what albums did you actually appreciate the most? Which album?
Of Zeppelin?
No, in
Or,
general.
or just in general?
No.
I don't know. I liked classical music a lot. Bach, Beethoven, Chopin, Mozart.
Brahms, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Planets des Suite, all right?
Uh,
The music of the spheres. Um,
yeah.
I I'd have to say, like, I don't know, maybe like I I, I really appreciated Irish folk music. I think I've told you that in the past, though.
No, I never heard that, dude. You never said that. I mean,
Really, with
next
the fiddle.
next thing you're gonna say, you're gonna do this fucking silly dance for me with your
Yeah, do an
heels.
Irish jig.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Really?
Yeah, I like the combination of the fiddle and the tin whistle
Oh man, what the
with like
fuck
a.
are you Jewish? Are you fucking Jewish? I mean,
I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a little Jewish, a little Irish, a little
I've
German.
noticed. I've noticed that you're a little bit of everything. Like, what are you?
Yeah,
English? Like, yeah.
yeah. English, Irish. No Scottish that I know of. Good God, no. No Scots in my family. Maybe some Scots Irish, but no no Scotsman. Never a true Scotsman, right?
Ah, never a
Never.
true Scotsman. No, never,
That's
never.
right. Not in this family. We'll have none of that in my family, sir. We've uh
You
we've
even
got
feel
better
sorry.
class than
You
that.
even, I mean, you said you're Irish and you said you're sorry, but you can't admit that you're Scottish. That's okay, man. That's okay. We all have our differences, and that's
That's right.
yeah.
We'll have none of them bloody Scotsmen here.
Those are the worst. Those
All
are the
right.
yeah, they are. I mean, I've dealt with a pretty amount of Scotsmen in my life, and they were. I mean, well, I mean, it was good. I got rid of them. You know, good to get rid of.
Yeah, they're rude drunks, aren't they?
They are. It's what they are.
It's one thing to be rude, and it's one thing to be drunk, but it's an entirely other thing to be a rude drunk. All right. And
Well,
it's more than I can tolerate.
well, you'd be the one to tell me. You would be
More
the
than I
one to tell me. What?
uh,
No. Stop.
more than I can
Let's
bear.
not start speaking other languages or other different accents with each other. Well, this comes natural to me, by the way. When I speak English, it's easier to speak it this way than the other way.
Yeah,
It-
yeah. Well, an American or like an affected cosmopolitan accent is somewhat truncated, right? Whereas the older dialects are more lyric.
they're easier to speak. They're easier to speak even when you're drunk. Even when you're drunk,
Right.
it even sounds better. It actually sounds better.
Yeah, they're older. They're more romantic, even one might say.
No, it does. It does.
But I've adapted to the modern parlance. But what's been going on with you, man? Like, what's new? Have you encountered any good magic recently, or any bad magic either?
No, I'm not into
Like, what
that.
was up with that? What was up with that fight with Jess? And it was Jess White and another girl going at it, right?
Ugh,
Claws out.
these Aussie women, they're
They're both
undefeatable.
Aussies.
They proclaim to be undefeatable, and they're just oh, they're just a loudmouth. You know, there's
Yeah.
nothing. There's nothing to them but a loudmouth. That's just what they are. And I should feel sorry for them, and I should pray for them. Yet I don't. So blame me. You
Mm.
can blame me for not praying for these sorry women down there.
We're not praying hard enough, right?
Not praying hard enough. I
They
need
say
more prayers with me. Yeah.
Yeah, they say you can pray, but then they say you can pray hard.
Pray to get away. Pray to get away. I
Yeah, you
say
got to
that.
pray harder.
Or you can also pay to get away. You can also pay to get away. And you need the only way to pay to get away is to donate to my channel. That's the only way to
Yeah,
pay.
let me wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me get that banner up.
Some people cannot pray, so they need to pay.
Right. If you want to pay the gay away, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Frank Money. Put a little something in the tip jar. Make sure you make that happen. Do it today. Do it now. Do it right now. Get over there and get it done. Oh,
It'll go
and
to you, of course. Yeah.
yeah, hit the like button, subscribe. Do all that happy
Did you
horse
see?
shit.
Did you see the movie, Frank? The Buddhist and the gun, or Buddhist gun. I don't know the name of the movie, but it was called The Buddhist and the Gun, or Buddhist and Democracy, or Buddhist and Guns
No.
and Democracy.
No, tell me about it. I don't know anything about Buddhism. I don't really like Buddhism that much, but do
Okay.
tell. Do tell.
So it's a story about Bhutan. You know the country Bhutan, right?
Oh, you said Bhutan, the
Yeah,
Bhutanist, not
Bhutan.
Buddhist.
No, yeah, I was also talking about Buddhists, but you know about the country Bhutan, right?
Like the bald guys that sit in the temple and
Bhutan, the country, dude, the country.
okay. No, yeah, I don't know it. Tell me.
Shh. Fuck, it's an Asian country. You live in Asia. I thought you knew it. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm a
Okay, so it's
Chinophile.
it's okay. It's a movie. It's a movie about how Bhutan got fucking funneled into democracy and the whole television thing, right?
Okay.
Before Bhutan got into democracy, it needed television, and television brought democracy to Bhutan. How the
Makes
fuck
sense.
do
Yeah.
you? How the fuck do you know? Do you not know about Bhutan, dude?
I'll look it up while we talk. Go ahead and tell me though. Tell me what you know.
Shit. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's called. It's called.
Bhutan, Butan.
It's it's the last country that got pummeled into democracy in 2012. That's 14 years
BHU.
ago. It was
Yeah.
the
Okay.
last free country in the world. Bhutan.
They have a dragon on their flag. It's pretty cool, right?
Hmm? What
They have a dragon on their flag.
do they?
Hmm.
I have a dragon
Landlocked
fucking
country in
blast, dude.
South Central Asia, located on the eastern ridges of the Himalayas. Historically a remote kingdom, became less isolated in the 20th century.
Hmm?
The Bhutanese. Okay, so they're the ones that are always battling over Kashmir with the Indians, right?
No, that's the old story. That's the old narrative.
Western Bengal.
See, that's the old narrative again. Go
Is it?
deeper.
Well,
Go deeper.
tell
Go
me,
deeper.
tell me. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know anything about
I
these
just told
goddamn.
you. I just told you.
Do they wear shoes? I know they like to eat with their fingers and sit on the ground, and
See, no, dude. That
they don't
I
wear
just
any shoes.
fucking told you. Just fucking told you. They're the last free people on the earth, and they got pummeled into democracy by the television. That's what
Are they-
happened to Bhutan.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened to Bhutan.
It says in the
I'm
1960s,
trying to make a point here, Frank.
yeah, in the
God,
1960s, the Great Himalayas continued much as it had for centuries. Long, relatively undisturbed in their ways, the Bhutanese traders carried cloth, spices, and grains across the mountain passes into Tibet, brought back salt, wool, and sometimes herds of yak. The absorption of Tibet by China, however, necessarily pushed the Bhutan toward ending their isolation and brought major changes to the way of living in those high mountainous regions.
Yeah, that's that's a nice view of it, right? Of course, that's what you get to see from Google in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, they said they had to take guard
I
against the
mean, they would
potential
even say that
danger of a
Taiwan is
Chinese
just a
incursion.
Chinese fucking province, right? I mean, that's of course. Read me the history about Taiwan, please.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I value my freedom more than that.
Oh,
My dog ain't in that race.
no, I'm just.
That's an autonomous region of
I can't
Greater
blame
China.
you. I don't blame you. You know, just-
That's an autonomous region of Greater China in my mind.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bhutan. I've overlooked it because it's there's nothing to it really. Less than 1 million people. So why are you interested in them? Do you know some Bhutanese? Have you dated a Bhutan girl?
Dude, it was the last country to be pummeled into democracy. I've told you this 3 times now. and you
Well,
still will not
reportedly,
get the
right?
point.
Reportedly. Hearsay. Were you there when that went down?
It
Right.
doesn't actually. It
Boy,
doesn't even matter. It doesn't actually even matter whether it's the last country or the first country to be pummeled into democracy. The
don't
way
believe
that
everything you read in the newspaper,
listen to
boy.
me explaining your answering your question, right? So
Okay,
it
go
doesn't
ahead.
really matter that much whether it's the first or the last country being pummeled in democracy. It's about the way the movie um, makes the image of it, and
Okay.
it's a very compelling
Yeah,
image.
it says political
It's and
parties
the
were
movie is called
illegal.
Monks and Democracy. Monks, Guns, and Democracy. That's what the
Okay.
movie is called. Monks, Guns. You probably cannot get it in your country
Political
because you're
parties were illegal in Bhutan until mid 2007. In April of that year, the ban was lifted by royal decree. So they had a monarchy, I guess, right? Or a feudalism until
sure.
2007.
Well, yeah, yeah. A
First,
kingdom, yeah.
the first party was registered as the People's Democratic Party, followed by the Peace Party, the Prosperity Party,
Oh,
and
yeah.
some other
Yeah,
parties.
of course. The People's
But
Party, Prosperity Party. Of course, that's what a communistic regime would tell you
sure,
on Google.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
No.
the Peace Party is in
This
charge
was
of
always a
war.
choice. This was always a choice of the people. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
the Peace Party is in charge of
Peace
war, and the
parties, people party, yeah,
the pro
please.
the Prosperity Party is in charge of poverty, and the Peace Party is in charge of war.
Yes, please. Yeah, yeah. Let's go for that.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
so yeah, I don't know any Bhutanese girls or even men for that matter.
What the fuck, dude? Bhutanese girls are non-different from Pakistani bitches
Not
or
not my
Indian
speed, really.
whores. I mean, come on.
Yeah, not my speed. Nepalese. They have family ties to the Nepalese, predominantly Hindus, and they have a caste system, and they have family ties to the Nepalese and Indian.
Oh, I
Because
told you so. I told you so. See, these are
okay,
bad people. Bad people. But still, they managed to stick out there and be one of the last countries to be pummeled by democracy. Oh, let's start a democracy. But if you want a democracy, you need papers and you need a television. Otherwise, you cannot have a democracy.
right. Well, now it's the internet, right?
Yeah, that's even worse. I mean, here we are, dude.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't like you, you don't like me, but we're still talking to each other. And
I wouldn't say that I dislike you.
come on, man.
I like you all right.
But I mean, it's still China. You're still in fucking China, dude. You're not next to me. I mean, where the fuck are you, dude? You should be in Germany. Get back.
Yeah.
Get back as soon as we need you here. We need you here.
There aren't any jobs for white people in Germany, as far as I've heard.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
I go where the work is, right?
Maybe you can teach them Chinese. Maybe you can
I'd be
teach
back.
them.
Yeah, that might work. I'd be back home in America if there were still jobs for white people, but there's so much racism these days against the white folks that you just got to go where you're welcome. We've been kicked out of every country on the planet.
Yeah, well, I think I'm just gonna migrate to Poland. I'll be good there. I'll be good in Poland.
Each other,
Yeah.
profiteering banks.
They still appreciate white people there. Yeah.
Where in Hungary?
Hungary, yeah.
He'd lock the door on me, motherfucker.
Um, Czechia, Slovakia, Poland,
What about Romania? I've heard a lot of good things
Romania.
about
Well, Romania
Romanian women.
is well, yeah, Romania too. Yeah, they like it there too.
Be quiet.
Huh?
I was talking to my son and my
Bulgaria,
daughter.
Bulgaria too, right?
Bulgaria, yeah. What about
Yeah.
Bosnians?
Oh,
Bosnia,
Bosanjero Nero.
no
Oh,
good. No way, no.
Nero. That crazy
Niet sehr
Bosnian.
gut.
Huh? Yeah,
Niet
that's
sehr
good.
gut. It's good.
Yeah.
Sehr gut.
Du weißt doch. Du weißt doch. Yeah, the Bosanjero Nero. Croatia is still good, right?
Yeah, is that right?
All of old Yugoslavia is still good.
Slovakia.
Do you know what Yugoslavia means?
It means it's a little car, right? The Yugo.
No. Yugoslavia means South Russian, South Slavia.
I thought it was a little car. Like when you own one, it's a
No,
Yugo.
you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm just telling you. I
I,
asked you, and then you said
when
to me,
I own
"Well, I
one,
thought it was this." And I thought I don't care about this. You're talking like a woman. I
and
just told you what
when
it
I
is.
own one, it's an Igo, Yugo, and a Hishigo.
Well, I ran, she ran, and then Iraq. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know anything about. Is that Eastern Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. My historical knowledge of those regions is limited.
Yeah, same here. But I fucking love those Slavs. I do.
Yeah, Slavics, good people,
Yeah.
good folk.
Good folk. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's been going on with Chats with Jack recently? I saw you up there the other day. He hasn't been broadcasting routinely, but he's been going long, right? Like three,
He's
4 hour
long streams,
shows.
huh? Yeah, he's making
Yeah, he's
longer.
making longer streams less often.
Yeah. That's what happens when you get old, dude.
Yeah, what's the story with that? Has he got a certain agenda that he's up to?
Well, maybe
Has he
it's
got
just a thing with his prostate. I don't know. Yeah.
okay. He's having some issues with the prostate. Well, what do you recommend, Voy, for superior prostate health?
Well, BitChute. I recommend BitChute. They have the best advice on prostate health.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't follow. Do tell.
No,
How,
I
how
don't
so?
know.
How's that?
But I mean, I'm at that age that I get that those advertisements. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, man? What the fuck do I get these
Right.
advertisements all the time? Like, I don't click it. I don't like it. I don't care. But still, I get them like 3 years in a row. I'm like, dude, I don't have a prostate problem, okay? Jesus
Yeah, they give me
Christ.
weird ads sometimes too.
It's like, it's
Just out of
almost like they
nowhere.
want me to have a fucking prostate problem. And I mean,
Right.
I keep touching it. And there's no problem there. No.
Yeah, they
Fuck.
advertised a video to me the other day of a gal, an Indian doctor, a female Indian doctor, who was saying that you should jerk off every day. She said you should ejaculate once a day for
Yeah.
maintaining good prostate health. What do
Yeah,
you think of that advice?
Yeah. I mean,
Would you
it's
say
hard
that's
to keep-
solid advice?
It's hard to keep up with the whole fucking advice that these doctors give you. See, one day it's like, don't masturbate at all. It's a bad thing. Repent. And then the next day it's like, masturbate once a day, and the next day it's masturbate twice a day. Otherwise not good. Not good. Three times
I've even
better.
heard numbers.
But do it twice to be safe.
Right.
Just do twice to be 3 times better, but do twice to be safe. Yeah, well,
no, I've heard numbers. I've heard numbers as high as 11 times a day. I've heard.
Right. That's what people might tell you in the East. So unhealthy.
No, not over here.
11 times.
That's a what?
Just to
that's a Western media. It's Western media propaganda right there. I think we lost all interested folks in the chat room talking about prostate health.
Just you and me. So we can just masturbate together for 11 times. So sexy.
That seems excessive, right? Wouldn't you think? I mean, what do you think? I think that seems excessive to me. Maybe even decadent.
Yeah, decadent. Yeah.
But yeah, according to traditional Chinese medicine, that would exhaust your source of original, what we call like yun qi, your prime energy. And they think that it would rapidly weaken the body and you would prematurely age, drop dead. They believe in Chinese medical science that the semen, like that energy, is it's the life force of the human being for men especially.
It is.
There were entire schools of Taoism that just taught sexual kung fu and sexual mastery in order to preserve your quintessence, right, and to lengthen your life. And they scientifically measured everything that was going on for hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of years, like back to the first Huangdi during the Shang Dynasty. So we're talking like 2400 BCE. So the records date back to over 4,000 years ago. They've been talking about this. And they give a frequency program too. They say when you're young, like in your 20s, you can pretty much ejaculate, as much as you want. The shit's just pumping out of you basically. But when you get into your like 30s to 40s, like 30, 40s, that range, you should cut it down to maybe a couple of times a week. And then when you hit 50, like no more than a couple of times a month. And then after 60 years old, they say try not to do it ever if you don't want. I mean, if you're cultivating the energy correctly and redirecting that sexual intent back up into the higher spiritual centers, then you should probably just permanently avoid the idea of ever ejaculating again. But this isn't to say that
people over 60 would constantly ejaculate, I would view them as like a bunch of perverts, right? It's like you're 60 years old and you still want to ejaculate every day, like.
And I don't think they do. I think that men naturally slow down. I know, but this isn't to say that you shouldn't have sexual desire or engage in sex. You should have as much sex as you want. You just shouldn't be culminating in a grand climax. No. Which you can feel that. The French call it the little death. Petite morte or something.
Oh shit, you're bad at French, dude. For a guy that's called Frank, you're very bad at French. Le petit mort. Le petit mort.
Le petit mort.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my French is non-existent. I don't know any at all. Next to none. I've never been compelled to learn any. I haven't ever. I think only once in my entire, 50, 54, 55 years now of life, I've had one French girlfriend. And that was the only time I was even marginally interested in pursuing some French.
Quel dommage. Such a shame. Such a shame that you never met a French girl. Quel dommage. Such a shame.
Well, like I said,
So
one, and
sorry.
she wanted to have a menage a trois with me and my old lady, but my old lady, my wife, yeah, my wife was threatened by
Oh,
it.
so you
It's
do
like,
see, so you do speak some French, huh? Right.
right. But yeah, I was denied the opportunity to a wonderful sexual experience because of my wife's inhibitions.
Uh-huh. So we can just blame your wife. Okay,
Well,
cool.
fair enough. I mean, if she brought a man home and said, "Hey, how about we have a menage a trois with my and some Andre or Robert, Henri," probably would
Patrick.
have,
Oh,
yeah,
Patrick. Robin.
probably would have demurred as well, right?
Ah. Man, don't even go there. Just that's just
Yeah,
not.
so I don't blame her. But it's good. It's good to
I
have a
would
good.
I would blame her. I would blame her and Patrick too. I would blame the.
It's good to have a
Like,
good
I would say like,
interest.
what the fuck did you think? What? The cocaine wasn't that good. It's like,
Oh, good God, yeah. When was the last time you had some good Coke? Jesus.
oh, that was the '90s, dude. It was the
Yeah,
'90s.
it's been a while. It's been a while. I had an Italian friend who came through town, and we would go to a bar called Modernista. One night we were there. Um, he said, "I have to go to the Jean. Follow me to the Jean." And so I'm like, "All right, I've been drinking." And we get in the Jean, and he's rolling up some powder, and he's like, Frank, you must try this." And I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah, what are you talking about, baby? Give me a little sniff of that." And the next thing I know, he says, "Frank, I have a bent dick." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking?" I was
What?
like, Yeah, I was like, "Why are you telling me this?" He's like, "We are sharing cocaine, we are drinking, we are brothers now." He's like, "I must tell you, my penis is deformed." And he's like, "I do not have a beautiful penis." And I was like,
Oh,
"Wow, yeah,
so
wow,
you were
that's
prepared. So you were
right."
prepared.
I'm like, "That's more than I needed to know, man." He's like, "Now I must show it to you." And I'm like, "No, fuck, man. Please do not
Oh
do
fuck.
that.
Oh
Keep your
fuck,
dick,
friend. Do I want to hear this?
yeah,
Okay.
keep your dick in your pants. I don't want to see your fucking your broken penis. Appreciate the cocaine. It's all fun. It's all fun and games till someone whips their dick out, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man, and it's not even a beautiful penis. It's a fucking broken penis.
Not even attractive. It's not even remotely attractive.
It.
When I unsheath my penis, you are going to be frightened
Did
and
you did you
appalled.
did you feel offended when you saw his penis in the end?
Oh,
I mean,
I never did. I never did. I refused to look. Do not show me that thing. Shut up and stick it in my ass, right? Why must you torture me with such tales of horror? Yeah, it was kind of a funny thing. Anyway, it was a good fucking time, man. We were up all night. We ended up getting some hookers. And he said the hookers didn't like him either. He's like, "That's the terrible thing. The hookers never like me. I blame my penis." Mm.
Frank, you're such a disgusting human being on YouTube, and we are here
Oh,
together not for. I mean, I am too. That's why we are here alone
yeah, it's just locker room talk. No big deal.
in this fucking filthy room that YouTube offers us.
Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah,
The FM radio. Yeah, let me make sure to remind the people out there.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Remind the people. Put a little something in the tip jar if you enjoy the pithy banter here on FM radio with Frank Monday and Voy, tuning in from across the world on the other side of the planet or the other side of the realm. I mean, what are people going with these days, right?
Well, they go with a lot of things, dude. They do. They
Yeah,
will just go with everything and anything.
a lot of folks are anti-planet, right? These days, they like the They like the old school kind of idea of a flat Earth realm.
Yeah,
Nobody's in this area.
what is with these people?
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing.
Tell me more.
Well, they doubt the narrative, and so they're looking, searching, hunting, seeking, trying to find. You know what I'm trying to say here, Voy?
No, I'm trying.
What is the French word? La
Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah, a little je ne sais quoi. Can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
The high truth, right? Something to really sink their teeth into. Oh my God, I think my son locked us out of the fucking room. And maybe he's got the key. Oh, okay, the door's open. Good. Motherfucker, he's out there following me around.
What the fuck is happening in your hotel?
Oh my God. Poor Amber. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll up another one. How's your sake?
Good man. Good man.
How's your sake?
Yeah, it's good. I had to come back to the room to refill my cup. Was out there wandering the halls and I ran out.
Well,
I'm
for your own sake. For your own sake.
Yeah, I'm back here to refuel. So we can go round 2. We're just getting into it, man. Yeah, no, it's the start of round 2. What are you talking about? No, it's not. It's not. It's just the start, round 2. We're going long tonight, boy. Yeah, there's round 2. How many beers do I drink, man? I got a half a bottle of sake here. What are you talking about?
That's all you need. If it's good sake, it's all you need. Is there a rule to sake? For it to be sake, I mean, can sake be like 3%? What's the rule?
Yeah, it's like between 30 to 50%.
Oh, okay.
For good sake, it can be as low as 15 or 20. But can you really consider it sake if it's that weak?
No. That's why I'm asking you.
Right. At the same time, like the Japanese would call it sake, the Chinese will call it. In this sense, it would be like mijiu, rice wine.
What?
Yeah, mijiu, rice wine. But sake works, hot sake.
Dude, I mean, but is that by Indian measures, by Chinese measures, or Japanese measures?
Chinese.
I only want to hear about the Japanese measures, by the way.
Yeah, the Japanese. No, you're right. The Japanese
they have like Dutch,
yeah, they have weaker
German measures. They're really strict and tight.
Right. Yeah, they really adopted the German. Anal retentiveness, is that what it would be? No, there's a nicer way to put it. What did you say? Strict measures, right?
Yeah.
They live by the rule and the measure.
Yeah. Just like the Germans do. Just like the Dutch do. Yeah.
Are the Dutch that way as well? Yeah, I would imagine. That makes sense.
Why do you think we're called Dutch, dude?
Because you're Deutsch.
Yeah.
Deutschers.
Yeah, you know it.
Deutschland.
Finally, someone that can answer the question. Not everybody does. Yeah.
Well, yeah, in the U.S., people aren't usually very savvy, like in a cosmopolitan way, but we had the Pennsylvania Dutch, and I think it's estimated that 150 million Americans are direct descendants of the Germans. So we're talking at the time, over 50% of the country is of Germanic descent.
If only.
And German was was one of the options for the national language when they were officiating a national language. There were actually larger groups pushing for German to be the official language rather than English.
Yeah, and so who pushed the English?
I don't know the history there exactly.
I can
It
tell
seems
you.
like,
I can tell you. It was the
can you?
Jews.
The
It's always
Jews.
the Jews.
It's always the
Always
Jews,
the
huh?
Jews. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, so I could have grown up speaking German if it wasn't for the Jews.
Well, I mean, you would have sounded better, if you were speaking German and I was speaking German. Das hat Riesenmal reiswichtiger geschehen, gesaun, gestraft. Dag.
It's funny too because I would have learned Chinese better too. I would actually have a stronger foundation because there was a lot more research by German scholars in China, um, in excess of either American or any English speaking scholars. The Germans were far more advanced in their studies and
Oh, yeah.
way ahead of the curve in translating of ancient texts.
That's why Judea declared war against Germany back in
Yeah.
1933, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it
they had
wasn't the other way.
basically gone
But of
everywhere
course,
and
I mean, it's in all the papers around the world. But of course, what does Judea do? They say, no, 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 no. They wanted to kill us. We didn't. I mean, it's here in the paper. We wrote it in the papers back then, but that's not true.
right. I mean, if you think about that,
This
like
is how they
I would
are. This
I
is
would have
what
had
they are. This
access
is how they are. This is what they are, and they will
by being
never
a
change. And so
yeah,
we
by
need to
being
get
in
rid. We need to get rid of
by
and
being
these
by being a
entities. It's not people. It's not people. It's entities. We need to get rid of them. We
yeah,
truly
so
do.
by being a native German speaker, you would have access to a lexicographical resource base that far exceeded any other nation at the time. And I think that's one of the huge like obstacles that the US kind of
Yeah,
put in its own way because they had to kind of recreate everything from scratch. But I think that's the reason they did it too, right? So that they
I
could
hear what you say there. Yeah,
just
very true. Yeah. Imagine. I mean, imagine the revenge that must be felt in the blood. Imagine that. We don't feel.
kind
We
of
don't. We don't even feel
but
that. We don't feel that. It's them. It's really them. I mean,
it's
none of
always
us
it's
feel that.
always that way. It's weird.
None of us feel that.
Hmm.
Only by knowledge. Only by knowledge we know, but we don't feel
Yeah,
it. But for them, it's a feeling. It just comes natural to them. Just comes natural to
it,
them to hate us. We don't
it's
hate them to begin with. Only
it's a
only if we gain knowledge, we hate them.
yeah, it's kind of a backwards thing, right? Like,
Mm,
for
not
example, I
really.
would
Not
say,
really.
and I mean, like, not what you're saying, but the way that that plays out, like, I would say, don't push your politics on me, but they're always more than willing to try to shove their politics down your throat, you know?
Well, it's not more than willing. It just comes natural to these unhuman
Mm.
things. They're not human. They don't declare themselves as human. Therefore, they're unhuman. They're inhumane. They act inhumane. They think of humans as lesser beings. So what the fuck are they? What the
Mm.
fuck are they then? Huh?
Yeah, when I attended university here, I was the only American on the entire university campus, me and one other scholar, but he was already well advanced in age, maybe in his mid 60s. I was like 30.
That's a different game. Yeah.
Yeah, he was already in his mid 60s. And everyone else there was pretty much either German or Japanese in the international department. And the Germans, their level of like research and study and fluency in Chinese was so far advanced beyond anything I'd ever seen that yeah, it seemed insurmountable at the time. But I was lucky because there was a Turkish German born guy who was a member of the same group of Germanics, but he wasn't German, he was Turkish, right? Turkish ethnicity, but he had grown up in Germany. And so he taught me all of the things, all of the techniques and tactics and tools that the German students were using to advance their studies. And it was just fucking, it was mind blowing. Like it was a total breakthrough. Like if I didn't have his help in kind of bridging the gap for me and bringing me into like the know of things, I would have been completely fucking lost. Never would have made
Yeah.
it.
Do you think that Turkish might be related to the Hebrews? Because yeah, well,
Maybe,
yeah,
and
well,
maybe that's,
that's not a
maybe that's,
maybe. That's not a maybe, baby. That's certainly so. I mean,
well,
The
maybe that's
Jews,
why he
as
had an
much as the
affinity for
Turkish
me.
people love to trade, they love to deceive, they love to trick, they love to do magic. That's what they love to do. They're the same. The Turkish people and the Jews are the same.
Okay.
There's no
Well, that's
difference.
may-
There's
maybe
no
that's why.
difference.
Maybe that's why he took me under his wing and some some blood resonance there, maybe some affinity.
Have you ever heard about the first chess machine?
Blue something, blue or
No.
blue.
That's a computer. But
Okay,
before there was a computer, there was something called the chess robot or a chess machine. It was called the Little Turk.
okay,
Yeah, the Turk.
and it was mechanical, right?
Yeah, but there was a little Turk inside. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
that's why it was called that.
Kind of like these robots they show today. You know, there's a human operator somewhere.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. But in the beginning, that might have been so.
I don't even think they're on the level that they're claiming they're on, right? I haven't seen any physical proof of that.
I don't hate Turks. I just don't like them. Same goes for Moroccans.
Okay, what's the story with the Moroccans?
Well, they're worse. I mean, Turks have some honor. They have some family and some, yeah, right. They have some honor, but Moroccans don't have any honor at all. They would just lie until you put the knife on their throat, and even then, they will keep on lying until you slice it. And they will say, "Oh no, I was wrong," and then it's too late. That's what happens to Moroccans.
Mountainous country, West North Africa, directly across the Strait of Gibraltar.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. That's yeah.
The
That's
Berbers.
that's well, I like Berbers actually. I
Do
met
you?
some Berbers. They're better than Moroccans and they're better than Turks, to be honest. Yeah, I like Berbers more than Moroccans or Turks, to be honest. And
Right.
they don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I met Berbers. I met Turks. I met Moroccans. Berbers I like the most. Yeah.
So yeah, so the Moroccans themselves would be what? Arabic descent from the Arab conquest of the 7th century. So
Yeah, well, that might be the case. Yeah. I don't know,
is it?
dude.
Yeah, I don't know either. You're talking about regions that are far removed from my kin, my understanding.
I
They're along
just,
the Silk Road at some point, it
I
looks
mean,
like.
at this point, I cannot even say that I dislike Belgians or Germans. I cannot say that dislike Africans. I can only say I like Africans, right? I can only
Yeah.
say I like Asians. when I say I dislike Asians, your channel will be banned. So I will not say that. But this is the world we live in now. But they can, but they can say that they fucking hate our country when they're living in it and getting paid by our country. That's possible, but not the
Yeah,
other
they
way.
say in the end days, up will be down, down will be up, and black will be white. all,
Yeah,
all things will be inverted. So
I've
there's definitely
noticed.
some indicators of that.
Sure.
Be sure.
Fuck you, countryman. Welcome, foreigner. Even if you don't speak my language, welcome. Let me pay you. Let me pay you more to destroy my country. Oh, yes. I will not blame you. I will blame my fellow man. Yeah.
Yeah, that would never play out here. Like
Jesus Christ.
I came over here, I had already 6 years of university studies of the language and still wasn't very good at it. And it took me another 10 years of living here before
Yeah.
I became fairly fluent and conversant in the language. And it wasn't until
But
that
it's a
time.
very hard language to learn, right?
Well, yeah, but it wasn't until that time that I felt that I could genuinely like participate in civic life, right?
Yeah.
So it took me 15 years of striving to really make the effort. And
That's I mean, that's quite a journey.
so there's a barrier to entry, but those peoples who are going there now, like in your country and stuff in the nearby European countries, they don't even give a fuck. They're not even going to try for the most
No,
part.
dude. They don't.
They don't even,
They don't. That's I
like you
mean,
said,
and
they
it's not
come there
that's why I
hating
hate
it.
them, but I fucking hate that attitude. I don't hate the people, but I fucking hate that attitude. Like when I go to another country and I don't speak their language, I can say hello or a good day or or thank you or please. I feel
Right,
stupid. But these people, they don't even feel stupid. They actually feel entitled because they can
right.
say hello. I mean, what the fuck is up with that? You would be shanghaied instantly, 100 years ago. But
Yeah.
and I would still do it. I mean, I'm up to it. All that needs be is the conditions to be changed. And I will send them off to a ship and I will fucking be the captain and ship them there, get back safely home again, and to load another ship on again. I would. I fucking would. Sick of it. Done with this fucking invasion. I am.
Yeah, everyone's tired of it, right?
Yeah.
I've been hearing that a lot. It's the sentiment of the people these days is they're just they're kind of fed up.
We're done with it. I mean, we weren't allowed to talk about this in the 80s. In the fucking 1980s, dude. We weren't even allowed to speak about it.
Right.
But they were allowed to speak about it. They would say, "Oh, but how about Islam? Oh, Islam is so great. Why don't you just fucking shut up?" Because we just got out of Christianism and we just became individuals. And now you start to talk about fucking Islam like it's a good thing? No. Just no.
Well, again, it's something that really until recently never even entered my sphere of influence at all, really, like just didn't know anything about it.
About
Still
what?
don't really,
Islamism?
to be honest with you.
Islam
Islam,
fucking ism? Islamism? I should leave, Joe. It's just another way of ruling the world other than Judaism. Like Judaism created communism. Judaism created Islamism. Fuck that shit. Maybe Judaism even created Christianism. Fuck that shit, dude. Even Jesus Christ wouldn't like it. That's
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Like, I consider myself to be non-religious predominantly, but I have religious practice. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah.
I'm a religious practitioner, but I'm a non-religious individual. I would consider myself to be secular.
You can't say that in China, can you? But you can. Maybe you can.
Yeah, as a foreigner, it's not really even as a local. Like I think they're a lot more freer in that respect now than they were 20 years ago when I first got here.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are a lot of self-proclaimed Christians, and there are even Christian churches and stuff like centers of worship. And of course, like Buddhism and Taoism have always been broadly accepted as pathways of faith. But
Yeah.
it's an overtly atheistic, predominantly atheist nation.
But I mean, did it always used to be
Self-declaredly.
like that? It
No,
was
no, that's a brand new thing.
right. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's a brand new thing.
They used to be very, how do you call this? Very royal, like inclining to royalty and to divinity
Yeah,
in the day, right?
I would
But
say that.
it all changed. It all
Yeah,
changed to communism in the 1900s, right?
1950s. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say prior to that, they were feudalistic and a royal monarchy, I guess, but it was fractional at best, like regional. So
Yeah.
though there was a central power system, it didn't reach throughout the entire kingdom. Like
It
it
was
did in
more
name.
like a morality, not a system, but more of a morality. And
Right. Yeah, there was a basic foundation of teaching that did span the entire country. That would be Taoism.
yeah.
And combined with Confucius.
Or like you said, teaching. Right?
Right.
Teaching.
Yeah, and it was more at the regional and even individual family level rather
Yeah.
than anything else. Like a single family might hold the secrets of trade on like a certain silk production technique in southern
Yeah.
China, like in Sichuan or something, and maybe one village of 1,000 people were the only people on the entire planet that could produce that.
Yeah.
And rather than maintain those individual niche systems that provided China's prosperity for thousands of years with the Silk Road and so on, like they would rather lose 90% of those techniques and just mainstream down to a homogenized system of control,
Well,
right?
it's
So,
not their choice. It's not their choice. It
no,
wasn't.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
It
The
was somebody
leadership,
else's choice.
right? The
It was somebody.
leadership felt better to lose all of those niche systems and get like an iron grip over the entire nation, under one flag, rather than allow those engines of prosperity to continue. So it's what that system does and has always done is create greater impoverishment for the majority of the
Yeah.
people. So let's make the mass of the people
And that's,
poor.
the thing is, that wasn't even, that was the whole idea, right? To
Well, absolutely.
impoverish.
That's always been its original
It's not
intention.
even just, it's not even, how do you call this? Um, yeah, I forget the
Subtle,
word. Sorry?
subtle, like
No, it's
hidden,
no, it's not
cons-
even like no ungained
conspiratorial.
damage. How do you call this? Collateral. It's not even collateral
Yeah.
No, this was the intention to
Oh
kill
yeah, absolutely.
that economy, right? That
Hmm.
was the intention, but it was brought in under another banner. That's what I'm saying. But the whole intention was to kill off those strains of knowledge, those strains of family. It was that. That's the whole fucking intention of it, dude.
Oh, absolutely. I even see it playing out today. Like me and my wife took a walk through the inner
That's what
city.
they do. That's what they do to the farmers. They need to kill everything. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
we
what they do. That's their job. They are
yeah,
the killers. They are the killers.
yeah. We took a walk through the inner city today, and there's still like there's construction projects ongoing where they're tearing down some of the old world buildings, and it's like it's an ongoing thing. Like it seems like the modern world is doing its best to completely erase the old world, which has far superior beauty
Right.
and symmetry and architecture. And ultimately, I don't think they can completely erase the foundations of those ancient societies, but they're sure as fuck trying, or at least trying to hide it as best they can.
Yeah. I mean that process is called brutalization, right?
Because they have a narrative of linear technological progression. And
Yeah.
so you can't allow people to look back and see how good it was just 100 years ago, right?
How fucking beautiful it was. Not even how good, but I mean, just look at the buildings that were built 100 years ago. They're
Mm.
so well, maybe better said 150 years ago. They were so beautiful,
Yeah, even
and
100.
and the only excuse
Far
they have,
superior.
if you ask the architectures, like, why can't you build these kind of build? We don't have the money. Like, that's really
Well, and
you
again,
fucking print money. What the
yeah,
fuck do you mean we don't have the money? That's such a
again,
weak
it's
excuse. But everybody will fucking fall for that excuse. We don't have the money. They had they had all the attention and all the money back in the day. We just don't have that anymore these days. That's such a weak excuse, dude. No. That's unbuyable. Can't buy that. We just don't have the money anymore. You fucking print the money. What the fuck do you mean? I hate these individuals. It's not people. It's not. Oh, they might be individuals, but it's not people. I fucking hate them, and they know it. They don't come near me, and they better stay the fuck away too. Godverdamme.
and too, like I said, it's the destruction of the technique.
Mhm.
Destruction of the technique was a big part of it.
I told them to stay the fuck away from me. Yeah, but these motherfuckers are how do you call them? Mouthy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mouthy. Oh, why?
Vociferous.
They're lame. Well, they're lame, and they're evil and violent. You know, most people that are very weak and lame are very violent too. It's not.
Oh,
It's it's not the guys that look badass that are so violent. Usually, the guys that look badass are very kind. You know, they are just able. But these weak ass motherfuckers in a group, they are violent, dude. Look at the world. That's what they do. That's what the group does. The group makes this violence. The group makes you anonymous, right? But here we
Right.
are, Frank, boy,
Yeah.
we are here. We're just individuals. We're not the group. And but yeah, I don't know what's up with these people, dude. It's not. I don't think it's even people. There might be just a bunch of Chinese. I don't know. Are Chinese people? Do you think? Do you think less of Chinese people? Do you think less of African people?
No, I don't. Like, with the Chinese folks, like the mob tends to do very different things. Like, I think you're kind of referring to mob mentality, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm. That's what I'm
Like,
referring. Yeah,
like we could take the Chinese New Year as an example. For example, right? Like we all get anywhere from a week to 10 days off and kind of chill. And even like the hardest laborers, like the day-to-day workers, everything kind of shuts down for like 2 or 3 days. And people don't go out and fuck around and cause trouble and shit. They all just hang out at home with their families. And then on like the third, fourth, fifth day of the holiday, everybody just starts flooding into the restaurants and eating and hanging out and socializing. And then like after a week of vacation, everybody just, gets back to going back to work and stuff. So like
but that's very traditional, right? That's
yeah,
keep.
but yeah, there's a certain level of like shared prosperity among these people because their societies are homogeneous or homogenous.
Yeah.
Like if you introduced tens of thousands of immigrants and put them into ghettos, then you would certainly start to have those problems here.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. That's just something
But
they're never
I
going to do.
mean, the problems would be solved very easily and quickly.
Yeah.
Don't you think so? Right?
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Like they would come down with an iron fist on that
You
shit
better get out.
immediately.
You better get out
Yeah.
before your neck gets out of here. Right? And it's like, yeah.
All right. So yeah, you
We
don't
can
really have
only
an
have we
option.
can only have two Negroes in this town.
Yeah. And one Jew. Um,
That's just about enough. Yeah. Yeah.
right. Yeah, you don't have an option. You either become
And three chinks, two
Mhm.
Negroes, and one Jew. That's all we can have in this town. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have an option. You can either become a productive member of society or you can be removed from society.
Oh,
That's the
that
only
means no Jews. That means no Jews. Okay,
that's the only two options.
I like that.
You
I
know.
hate that. Yeah.
So it's a very different equation. But
It's very bamboo. It's very bamboo.
yeah. It works. It seems to work for them though, like on a mass scale. Yeah. I don't know if
Somehow, I think that Israel really needs to make a bigger influence in China and Japan because they don't they don't seem to be willing to integrate with the rest of the world. Like, what's up with you people? Is it
right. They haven't
what's
taken
up
on
with
their
these?
fair share,
What's
right?
up with these yellow skinned chinks? Like they don't want to integrate with the rest of the world. Like, what's up with you?
Yeah, skating by without taking their share of the responsibility of the world's suffering. Well,
Oh,
I think that their argument would be that, hey, we didn't stir you guys up, you stirred us up.
true that. True that.
So we don't have to bear your burden, but you're sure as fuck you're gonna be subjected to our influence at some point. We're gonna
Yeah.
set up shop and we're gonna build entire cities within your cities and but they seem to integrate well. Like, again, they bring a superior culture with them.
Kind of. I wouldn't say
Somehow.
superior.
Well,
I wouldn't say superior, but they do
no,
integrate. They do integrate better. Yeah.
yeah,
Then,
and you're right.
then I
We're,
mean, Asians do integrate better in Western society than, let's say, people from Africa or people from even USA. or
Yeah.
America.
And I wouldn't say superior to Western culture, but I would say superior to other cultures. And in reference to Western culture, I would put Western culture at the very pinnacle. And then I would put Chinese in second place.
Right next to it. Right next to it.
Yeah, right next to it, along with the Japanese, of course, as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
But then not all of the other Asian nations can share in that, I don't think, because they are, like the more you copy something, the more watered down it becomes, right? That's true with Western culture too. We have
Mhm.
certain centers of Western civilization that are absolutely the apexes, and then it kind of all waters down from there.
Fuck, dude. I mean, the apex of Western invention was Veldhoven, Eindhoven in the Netherlands, right? Philips
Yeah,
back in the day, yeah, back in the 60s, 50s, 70s. And they came up with so many ideas, right? The cassette, the CD. Uh, they were very good at producing television sets back in the day. And all they do now is invent and sell it to China. All they do now
yeah.
is invent a thing and then develop it for a year or two and just sell it to China. I'm like, what
Well,
the
yeah, that's been the pattern for a long time now, right? Like
fuck?
China's been the manufacturing base for the world for the last 5 decades,
Yeah.
essentially.
But it all came from fucking Holland, dude. It all came from
Yeah,
here. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. A lot of it.
yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Sweden as well, and Germany, and
Mhm. Mhm.
but that's been the center of development for the last century, right? The last 100 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it doesn't seem like it's not changed much. Like
It's not
we see,
changing. So,
no,
so
it's
the
not.
Dutch are still the inventors, right?
Yeah, we saw some of that shift to like Silicon Valley, but then
Nah.
like honestly, those things playing out into the future, people are thinking like this is like they use the expression, this changes everything. But really, if you think about it, it doesn't change much, in my opinion. I see that technological digital explosion is about played out at this point. And there's going to be another great like turning the corner, as it were.
So, what
And
do you think? On what level do you think that's going to happen? If it's
well, we're gonna see the digital sphere kind of play itself out. AI systems are gonna turn into like Ouroboroses eating their own tails, and as a result, those things are kind of they're gonna kind of blow out, and they'll they'll show that they're number one, their sustainability isn't there. Number two, their ROI or return on investment can never be compared with human beings. And then number three, like the system breakdowns, the bugs in the system, as it were, are going to become too prevalent and widespread that it just isn't going to be feasible to roll out those systems in any kind of really big
yeah,
or
any
autonomous fashion.
well, or any way that's going to be how do you call this? Making money, right? It's not going to be making
It-
money for them in
Like,
because they the people that invested in all these data farms or all these farms, cyber
data
farms,
centers, yeah, cyber farms.
data centers, right? And it's not gonna come back to them, right? But I mean, that money wasn't even real. So
Yeah, and one single worm of corruption runs through it, and the entire thing is wasted.
yeah.
So it's gonna suck for them, obviously. We're gonna see more shifting back to like localized centers
Mhm.
of like hosting your own data. Like as the hard drives become bigger and bigger and more easily purchased at the individual level, you'll have a larger and larger, it's like 5, 10, 15 terabytes or whatever on your desk.
I
and
mean, yeah, I
you'll
hear
be
what you
hosting
say,
more and more
Frank.
individual.
Yeah, but right. So that's what I wanted to say. Like when you know what AI is doing, you want to have your own AI. You don't want
Well,
your AI to be connected to the net. You want to capture your AI in. You want to capture an artificial a part of artificial intelligence into your
well,
own
yeah,
hub, right?
that's the
And
direction it should have logically gone anyway, because it's more efficient and it's more efficient and more effective for servicing the people at the individual level. And it
yeah,
was going that way. And the only people that actually preserved those types of networks were the Taiwanese. The Taiwanese actually still have those local relay systems that were very popular during the 1980s in the US, like computers dialing up from computer to computer. So if I wanted to send a relay to you, like my computer would jump the signal from my station to the next city over, and then the next city over would jump it to the next city over, and it's all done at the individual level. And I think returning to some sort of network, not a returning to it, right? Because we never really built it. It had marginal success in the US for like less than a decade. But again, like in Taiwan, they've been using it consistently since the 80s, and they're the only ones that have really developed it. And so I think that's part of the reason why the US has used them as like the number one chip manufacturer until just recently, because they had the most secure network due to that way of doing business. You get larger and larger hard drives at the individual level, and individual operators are responsible for maintaining the entire, like network superstructure. And then it's all cooled because you're using smaller systems, and it's all spread out over the entire country. So it doesn't even require an upgrade in energy use. Whereas these huge data centers, we see what they're doing. They're requiring tons and tons of energy to give back smaller and smaller returns. How is that ever going to be effective? How is that ever going to make any kind of logical
well,
sense?
only in Bitcoin, only in the belief of the public, only in the belief
In
of
the
the
minds
world
of
at
the public.
large. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's how much energy they will spend. I mean, we've been a witness of that. If only we believe, they will spend everything they have. If only we believe. Just as
Yeah,
long
you're right.
just as long as we don't know. But yeah, I mean,
Well, it's
just
it's it's gonna it's gonna bankrupt the people that are involved in it. Number one.
I may hope so. I may fucking hope so. I
Oh,
mean, it
it's
looks
going
like
to.
it.
That's the only way it logically plays out.
Yeah.
Like they're certainly making a grand effort at the thing, because that
But
gives them
I hear what you say,
centralized
but
control.
logic doesn't make sense at this point
That's
anymore.
true too. That's true too. But that's the next corner, I think, that we're going to see.
That might
The
change. It might go straight. It might not be a corner, but it might be.
No, you're right. You're right. It might
Yeah.
continue into total fucking destruction and bedlam. But I would think that yeah, you're right. And logic isn't playing out. But if it were to follow a more logical expansion, then those systems would start to be developed. But we saw a big moving away from that, right? Like they came up with the what was that? The network book, right? You basically you own nothing and love it, right? So you live in a pod, and your laptop has no hard
No,
drive
that's not
whatsoever.
the future. That's the
Uh,
present.
that's
That's
the
the
present.
present.
Well, yeah, that's the future they wanted.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I
still
mean, that's
using a 10.
dude. I own nothing. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So that's
How's
not
that
the
working out for you?
well. I mean, there's this
Oh,
there's this unhappiness inside of me, bridling
mm.
and brewing. So something
Yeah,
looks
no. So
bad.
I think that we need a big pushback on that. And the slogan of the next Aeon is, you gotta own something to be happy.
Well, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So
And we're gonna
how do
own
you
it.
own something?
We're
if
going to
you
own
can.
more and more.
Well, how do you own something if you're not allowed to own anything?
No, right? Well, we need to share in property.
Well, I'm there. I did it. I
Yeah.
did it
We need to
already.
share in
It
property.
was it was a rhetorical question.
Yeah. We need to share in property. We also need to share
No, you
in
need to
the
take care. You need to take care.
share in property and to share in
Take care. Just no. Just take care.
a stakeholder in our companies.
Just I mean,
Before,
it's. I'm not saying love. I'm not saying love, but it's the same
take
message.
care.
Take care. That's the same message as love. That I mean, care. Love means taking care and have a good result. That is what love means. People mistake the word love so often, but it actually
Yeah.
means take care to a good result. That's what love means.
Yeah, and it's such an abstract concept too. I think we
Yeah.
get into it a little bit when we were discussing agape versus romantic
Yeah.
versus
No, no.
mate-
That's no, no, no.
materialistic.
Let's define it. By worldly measures.
It does need definition.
Yeah.
Right?
At this point, it does.
And I think, me personally, I think it's a greater sense to like duty and chivalry as a man in society. You know,
Yeah.
everyone obviously has their station and their office. Like children are meant to be children. They should just be cheerful and enjoy life. Women are meant to be women. You know, they should be somewhat subservient to their men. Of course, there's a place in society for strong, powerful women leaders as well. But I think that the more and more that men return to the ideals of chivalry and a strong patriarchy, I think there's something to that. I really do.
Don't be so shy about it.
So, like, there's a song in Chinese that when you encounter a injustice in the street, then the fists must come out.
Meat.
Yeah, the fists must come out. You have to pound the motherfucker
Dude, don't tell
into
me
the
that. I mean,
pavement.
I always act up when it's in the moment. You know me, you know,
Yeah,
and I'm
you got
I'm the
to
same in real life, dude.
answer the
I'm the same in
call.
real life. I'm the same in real life. When
Me
something
too.
wrong
Me too.
happens, I would just tell them, well, you lost something there. Like,
Yeah, you got to step up.
yeah, you lost something there, guy, dude. I mean, are you gonna pick it up, or are you gonna
All
litter?
right. All
Right? It's
right.
no. I would
And
just tell them.
you guys in your like in your regions are faced with this increasingly by design, and it's like they're taunting you. You know, are you going to stand up and
I do. Yes.
stand for your homeland, or are you just going to let us fucking run all over you and bend over and take it right up the ass with no lubricant? You know, the fuck. And I did not. I did kind of see this playing out, honestly, but it's not the reason I made the choices that I made. But it's somehow, maybe at a subconscious level, it was in some way
Hmm.
related. May have been
But you,
like when I
but you grew up
go
in
ahead.
the fucking ghetto. That's
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, so maybe that's somehow part of it. It's like, fuck, I want to
yeah.
get as far away from this fucking shithole as I
That makes.
possibly can.
I mean, that
All
makes
right.
sense, dude. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. And maybe that just turned into a love of a culture other than, and that's why I pursued it.
I don't think that's the whole story, but that's part of the story.
It
Yeah.
is. It is somehow. I never thought of it in those terms, actually, to be honest with you. Not overtly, but
Hmm.
subconsciously, you have to,
Here
you
we
kind of have
are.
to, yeah,
Yeah,
right. You
yeah,
have to examine those things at a deeper level sometimes
yeah.
and ask the question, and at least be fair, be fair
Well, you
in
are.
a,
You are very fair, Frank. I mean that. I mean, it goes with your name, right, Frank? So
indeed. Yeah, well, it's something to consider, you know.
You live up to your name, dude. Love that.
Thank you, sir. So do you, boy. Oh yeah, it's been a hell of a vacation, man. Like I
Is
said,
it?
this city has more old architecture, I think, than I think there's only one other city in China that has, and it's not on this level. I think Shanghai is well known that this entire metropolis was built out by like the Germans and the Dutch and the Norwegians. It's everywhere, every fucking building.
Yeah. I mean, what about this term being Shanghaied, right? I mean,
Yeah, I've always thought that was funny
do you know what it
because it,
means?
yeah, yeah. Like, I think it was
I
during the
never
night.
knew what it what it meant
Okay,
until I
well,
heard it a year
yeah,
ago.
during the
No,
1920s. You
yeah,
know now, right?
yeah, I know now. Yeah.
Yeah, they were the California Gold Rush, and so the Chinese that were already in California and had lived there for generations saw this opportunity to bring in, you know, a whole new generation of slaves, as it were, to work the gold mines and other farm work and stuff like. And so, you know, they showed up in Shanghai with the so-called golden ticket, and they said that, you know, you had an opportunity to go to the new world and find gold just lying among the stones, and come on over and we'll set you up, you know, we'll set you up with a bride, and you can go out
El
and you can work.
Dorado, like fucking El
Right,
Dorado, like streets made of gold. That's
right,
what you call
exactly.
it.
And then as soon as they got there, they'd tie him to the end of the rope and give him a, you know, a load of dynamite, and then swing him down into the hole and
Fucking
blow
Pinocchio,
him
fucking
up.
Pinocchio from that point on, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the first thing they would do would they would cut their braid off as soon as they got to the US, which meant that they couldn't go back to China until they grew their braid back out. And
Yeah.
they would keep their heads shaved and stuff. And you know, they did a lot of bad things to the Chinese that came over in that wave. So that was getting Shanghaied. And the port, obviously, that, you know, was doing all of it was here in Shanghai. It was the major port of
So,
export between
so who was doing the Shanghaiing? Was it the
the
English?
Chinese themselves. No, the Chinese themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Slave trades have always been instigated by the elites in any given country. You know, as the
Right.
African chieftains capturing the Africans and selling them to the, you know, the East India Company. And then
Okay.
here in China, it was the Chinese feudal, you know, warlords that were Shanghaiing people and shipping them to the U.S.
Hmm.
But of course, once they got there, then they were employed by, I think, for like, there were two main railways. There was Union Rail and Pacific Rail. And Union Rail used Irish slaves, and Pacific Rail used Chinese slaves, according to the historic narrative.
Can you run
So
that by me again? I mean, I never
it
heard
was
of.
this there was a Southern Rail Company, and it was called the Union Rail
Uh-huh.
Company. And then there was a Northern Rail Company that was doing like the northern track of rail from the East Coast to the West Coast, and it
Uh-huh.
was called the Pacific Rail Company. And the Pacific used Chinese slaves, and the Union Rail used Irish slaves, and the two couldn't work together. Like for some reason, Irishmen and Chinamen just didn't get along, and so they kept those two ethnic groups very separate.
But they needed both, right?
They
Yeah.
needed both, yeah. And I
Uh-huh.
believe the Irish actually I think the Union beat the Pacific all the way to the West Coast. They were the first to run the route, but both tracks came all the way through ultimately. But it was like a national endeavor to run the railways from the East Coast to the West Coast of
Yeah,
the
so it's
Americas.
like from London to Vladivostok, or from Amsterdam to Vladivostok, or the other
Yeah.
way around, right? Yeah, it's like the how do you call this, Trans-Siberian Express, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh,
Which is amazing too, because the Chinese have been
it is.
traditionally
It
so
is.
good at doing things like that. They ran their recent Belt and Road project, but it's been going on for like over a decade now. And, other than the problems in the Middle East, right? Like they've been very successful in running high-speed trains all the way across
Dude,
Asia into Europe.
dude, I've seen those trains go by. What the fuck? That's
Yeah,
what? That's like 500 kilometers per hour.
yeah,
Dude,
they're fucking
what?
crazy, man.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the largest high-speed rail network in the world now, pretty much spanning the world. You know, they've proposed the idea of building a tunnel from northeastern Russia to Alaska under the Bering Strait. Like
Why
the
not?
Chinese are,
Why
yeah,
not?
the Chinese are confident they can do it. They're
Yeah.
like, we could have high-speed rail running from Beijing to San Francisco
They
in
they've
no
got
time.
they've got the Swiss mountain boring machines. So
Right.
yeah.
They've got the labor base, you know, like
Hmm.
nobody here can say no, right?
Well, sometimes
Like
they
I said,
will, and sometimes they want to, but
well, like I said, you're either a productive member of society or you're not involved in society. It's the only option.
yeah. Well, I like that. I
But
like.
yeah,
I dig that. I'm not that much of a productive, but I'm inspiring my
well,
community.
yeah. And you're beyond that level anyway. Like they let people retire. The age of retirement here is 60 years old for men.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an unbearable thing. And then
Yeah.
like in a lot of fields like government, military, and labor and stuff like that, it's even earlier. It's 55. So it's not like you have to work your entire fucking life, you know.
That's
It's
better. I
reasonable.
mean, that's it. I think it's the same in Greece.
Is
You,
it?
yeah, I think you retire at 55. It's like that's enough at
You're
55.
right. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. It's somehow reasonable, you know.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
65. I mean, but in my country, that actually, how do you call this? Cranking up the age of retirement. So it used to be 65, but now it gets to be 68, I think.
that's the same in the US. In the US, it's been
Right?
65 until recently.
They're doing
And
the
now they're,
same thing.
yeah, they're pushing
Why?
it to
Because
68.
why? Because you know why? Because they're eating out the fucking funds that the people actually paid to retire at 65.
That's
You know,
right. That's right.
that's what's happening, and
Yeah,
it's
so they're hoping you die before you get to collect any of it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they're trying to kill you before you do, all right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah, and they're managing. I mean, they do.
Yeah, and then they at the same time they try to destroy generational wealth, right? So that nothing can be passed down to the next generation.
Yeah,
Fucking madness.
kill the farmers. They're the worst people. The people in the city are the best people, and the farmers, oh, they're the bad people. They're killing the earth.
Yeah, it's a fucking scam,
I mean,
right?
how the fuck can anybody believe that? How the
You
fuck
know,
can anybody believe that?
here's the other thing, boy. I don't think anybody does. You know, like they talk about this grand consensus, like all of the people felt this way or all of the people felt that way about these certain issues. And I think that's absolute complete horseshit. There's not a single fucking person feeling that way or agreeing with any of that, but that's what they broadcast.
Yeah,
They broadcast these so-called polls, like 60% of the voters, you know, do this or that or the other
right.
thing. And it's all absolute horseshit. A total fucking smokescreen.
Yeah, but the thing is that the people that watch that shit are influenced by it, and so
Right.
that's
They get it in their head that that's what's, you know, that that's true somehow.
yeah, and not you, not me. No, we are the crazy people. That's you, Frank. That's me. We are the crazy people.
Right.
Yeah. Not the news. The people that can pay to lie. Not not the people that tell the truth and are excluded from society. No, they're liars. No.
Mm.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Well, how much longer can this go on, Frank? Come on, please.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think that somehow, like I said, I think it's about to turn a corner. I'm
It's
I'm confident.
it should about now, about fucking 1500 years ago. It should have taken a corner, but it should.
Well,
I mean,
I'll tell you why I think that. If you'll allow me, you'll allow it per se.
it's your stream.
Well, yeah, the reason I feel that way, it's very specific. I feel a growing ennui among the youth. And I think that the not not our generation, not the generation after us, but this new young generation. My, I feel it. I'm not talking about the kids out there today. I'm talking about like my kids.
I think you're just talking, dude. But
No,
I hear what you're
I,
saying. But
well,
you might even be right.
go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me what you think. Tell me
So,
why specifically.
well, because I feel the hard swing to the right being created, right, for the last
Okay.
couple of years, and it's not here yet. So I think it's going to take another 10 years and then another
Yeah.
10 years to settle. And so it's going to be another, instead of 1933, it might be a 2033 or a
Right.
2040. Yeah, so I hear you because I've always, not, I've also been saying this before that like it's not going to be you and me fighting. It's going to be not even your children fighting. It's going to be our grandchildren fighting. And I think that that's very true. That's that's how history works, That's
Well,
what I
yeah, and
see.
I
But
agree with you on that timeline. And
yeah,
I think part of that, like what I said, is that like my kids are figuring out shit on a different level than like I would have at their age. And like with tools, certain tools like that are available within AI, they're going to be able to do things that will be what do they call that? Subversive behavior, subversion. It's a really dangerous word, right?
you can't say that in China, can you?
No, not at all. Never. Yeah, that's fucking taboo.
And
But I think that's exactly what it is. I think that they'll be more easily able to subvert these greater systems to make them less effective at dominance so that they can create pockets of individuated freedom for groups of like-minded individuals that will ultimately rise up in place of these. I mean, fuck, that older generation's just going to die out at some point. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it
And then
does
you'll
make
have this youth,
it
you'll
does
have
make
this
sense.
youth,
Yeah.
yeah, this youthful fervor that will, and I don't think they'll want to do it in a violent way. I think they'll want to do it in a non-violent way and
No,
just build
I
a
think
better,
it would just happen kind of naturally. Like
yeah,
um,
organically, right?
people would just how do you call this? Cop out from society,
Right,
but
right.
they will just survive and they will just live.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, like
Like
I think that's how it's going to happen.
yeah, like
And
the generation right before my kids, they were called like the laying down generation or something here in China. Did you hear
what the
about that at all?
how the fuck are generations named after the boomers and the X and what comes after X?
Millennials.
Millennials and what's after that? Zoomers or
Yeah,
Z?
Zoomers, and then they're calling them Generation Alpha now. Like a re, like
Okay.
a re, a restart of the whole thing, right? Like A
They
through
they
Z, and then
that might be the generation that you're talking about.
I think so. I think that's the generation that we're really going to see that play out in our lifetime.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
coolio.
confident somehow.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah. Because they're going to look at things in a new way, and they're somehow going to be like, because they're not burning out like the TikTok generation did. I think that's going to be a short-lived thing too. I can't see that playing out much longer because that right there could spell the end of humanity, right?
They might be vexed, even. They might be vexed.
My kids avoided it. We were able to subvert and avoid, evade, and escape. But yeah, you're
Fuck, dude.
right.
I
I
think
think
I think the only solution for me is just to escape to Poland. I think
what's going on there? Why do you like that place? Well, like what's
because they're racist.
how's it appealing?
Oh, just said it.
Hmm. They seem to be fiercely independent too, though, and more ready for like the coming
Let's call it
changes.
independent. Let's call it independent.
Yeah.
I like that as a new word because they're independent.
Right. They seem to be striving towards a greater like
Like that's why I like
autonomy,
Hungary too. That's
independence.
why I like Hungary too
Yeah.
because they're
They still
independent.
they still have some national pride.
Yeah, without being nationalist, they still have some. Well, not
That's the
pride,
key, right?
but they have
That's the
some
key.
grat. No, not pride. Let's not call it pride, because
Okay.
that's the first sin. So let's not do that. But let's call it
Okay.
gratitude. Let's call it gratitude.
Or
Gratitude.
ethics.
Gratitude for history and ethics. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's not pride.
Yeah, that makes
That's knowledge.
sense.
That's knowledge. So see, yeah, yeah. That's why I would go there. It was deep, huh?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I can feel you there. I can hear that and see that. But yeah, again, it's something that I don't know much about for that part of the world.
Yes, you do.
Well, I could learn more too. I could learn.
Your name is Frank von Montag. Right?
Right.
Frank von Montag.
I'm overdue on a visit to that region too. Me and my wife have been talking about making a trip to Germany. My wife did all of her undergraduate study in Copenhagen and Stuttgart,
Oh,
and it was also in München.
oh
It
wow.
was, I think she did high school in Munich, and then she did I think 2 years in Copenhagen, and then a year in Stuttgart. And then I met her. She was doing a postgraduate program for a master's degree in business in Boston before we met.
Of all places.
Yeah, so what's an Irishman doing in Boston, right? Yeah, so when I met her, her German was better than her English.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but now her English is better. I try to get her to practice her German, but she's pretty fucking lazy when it comes to that. She'll speak German though when we do come across German people. I haven't seen her fucking pick up a book since we got married.
Aber wie lang her ist das, dass du Deutsch gesprochen hätte?
She said once she married me, what did she need a master's degree for?
What? No, I just asked you how long has it been since you speak German, dude? Like godverdomme.
Me,
Oh,
yeah,
you
too
don't
long,
even hear me. That's how
too
long.
long. Yeah, it's too long.
That's how long it's yeah.
I'll have to get out the books. I do have a friend though. There's a scholar at the academy that I work at right now. That's a fucking virtuoso with European languages, a Chinese fella. And
Oh,
yeah, His German's great. He speaks Croatian, Italian, Spanish, French. He basically speaks all of like the major European dialect.
He's like
And I
a
think he
fucking
speaks
polyglot, right? That's what you call these people.
absolutely a
Polyglot.
polyglot. He's a great guy too. He loves to hang out and drink beer sometimes. And he's a young guy too. I think he's only like 37.
That's the only way you. I mean, that's the only way you get to speak other languages through beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have some
It's the
schnitzel,
best way. It's the best way to learn it. Mm.
a little Deutscher Schnitzel and das Bier.
Du weißt doch. Yeah.
The Vice stuff. Yeah, so he's a good guy. He went to for this vacation. He went to Germany for a holiday. I think 10 days. So he's over there right now.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a young man. I don't think he's married. 37, not married yet. So he's still got a bit of
37,
freedom.
not married. Oh, that sounds like a good marriage material.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's smart. You should wait a little longer. I think for men, yeah, I would say wait until at least mid 30s. I think that's the best time for men.
And do you have an idea about the best time for men? Like, what the fuck are you, gay?
Oh, to get married. I mean, that's what Socrates said. Socrates said 30. Socrates' suggestion was 37 for men and 22 for women. So a
So
37 a
yeah, I
37-year-old
like
man
that.
should
I like
marry
that
should
idea.
marry
I
a
mean,
yeah,
I once upon a time I heard one of my employers say like, well, the best age for your wife to be is like half your age plus 7 years.
right. Yeah.
And I'm
A
like,
15
yeah, well, yeah, that sounds okay to me. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
a 15-year spread is pretty good. My dad was 21 or 22 years older than my mom. So that
What?
shows you that yeah,
We call that rape in our country.
right?
Grape,
I don't
grape. Yeah,
yeah.
grape. We call that grape.
Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube.
So
Sorry, YouTube.
but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so they raised a successful family because it was a well-established man with a young, youthful, wife that wanted, to have kids and live the whole dream. And she was living her dream, and he was just living. But yeah, I didn't get as lucky. I would have done. I would have fared better, I think. But I'm happy. I've put in my. Good God, how long have we been married now? It's 2026. We got married in 2003. So I've been married 23 years now.
Well, bless you, dude. I mean, congratulations. I mean, I never got there.
No, yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. I think that's a complete cycle, though. You don't have to go much further than that.
Marriage is like, yeah,
That's the whole thing. It's lived
harmony.
out its cycle. That's a life cycle of a marriage. 25 years. It's a life sentence.
Yeah. Well, that too. That too. But it's also a blessing.
Yeah, it mellows at this point. Like they don't bother you as much, anymore. They're not as fucking gung ho and crazy as they were when they were young, which is good. You don't want someone fucking riding your ass 24/7. That's no fun.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Look at
Right.
this. Look at that.
All right. All right.
Ah,
Fucking, it can be a nightmare.
do you like my makeup today?
Huh.
Do you like my makeup tomorrow? Did you like my
All
makeup
right.
yesterday? Well, how do you like my hair?
Oi.
Does my ass look big in this? Okay, I'll stop it.
Yeah, no worries.
I want to make a song, Frank Monday.
Yeah, what kind of song you want to make?
It's Dutch. Kaal en naakt over straat. Rennend naar je huis dat in de fik staat. It's, yeah, you want to hear what I'm saying, but it's
Yeah,
gonna
you'll
be...
have to translate. You don't have to.
Kaal en naakt over straat. Rennend naar je huis dat in de fik staat. So it's gotta be pronounced at that volume. So, okay, it translates into a bold and naked over the street. What the fuck is happening there? Bold and naked over the street, running through to your house that's on fire. Yeah. Running to your burning house. Yeah. So that's what's gonna happen to these people. Kaal en naakt over de straat, rennen naar je huis dat in de fik staat. Yeah, that's the spirit there.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Fuck. What can you say, right? What can you say
Well,
at that
I mean,
point?
I
Roll
guess-
with the punches.
Yeah, I guess they will. I mean, there's no other way than to roll with the fucking punches. With Frank Monday.
Right. What's up?
Who's in the background?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna have to tie this thing up. I gotta do some domestic duties. Get some shit done. It's been good chatting at you, boy. I appreciate you being here.
Likewise, brother. Likewise.
I like your song. Thanks for stopping by, man.
You like my song?
I do, yeah. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. You're gonna have to teach me how to sing it. Maybe I could sing backup vocals. Yeah.
Okay.
I could do some rhythm guitar.
Cool.
Hey, we got a visitor in the studio. Do you know a Morris?
No. Don't tell me that
Amazing.
Morris is here. What? I know a Morris.
Do
One.
you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Can be him.
Well, I don't have any tools, so let's see what we got here. Morris, welcome to the stage. How are you?
Morris. No.
It's not Morris, it's Maria.
Oh,
Maria.
yeah, I know you.
Do you know Voy Maria?
Yeah, I've talked with him on other panels before in the past, like London's panel.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I know you, Maria?
I don't think you do. I think this might be the first time we've met, probably. I'm guessing.
Okay. Can you give me an age confirmation? What year were you born?
Why do you ask?
Because your voice sounds extremely young.
Some
Never
people
a
have young
straight
voices.
answer, is it?
Hey, let me speak. Well, some people have young voices.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
That's a hormone thing.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that, man. Yeah, I can't have any kids here, so I kicked Maria, Moria, whoever that was.
Yeah, I think there was like, I mean, they have it always in their name, AI. There's always an I and an A in their name.
Yeah, it's
When
weird,
they-
huh?
No, it's not weird. It's typical.
Typical, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to learn because I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, people don't have young voices. Young people, children have young voices. That's who has young voices. My daughter's only 19.
This is one of the AI bots that a London man started, and he loves to. I think he loves to promote this thing.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's what that was.
I was deviant. Yeah, I can't Can't be around for none of that. Hey, Sirius B is here. Good to see you, Sirius B. Welcome. Sadly, we're at the end here. We're at the very end, tail end of the thing. All right. How's the song go, Voy? The time has come for us to say sayonara, but you'll be in my dreams forever. The time has come.
Sayonara. Sayonara. Sayonara.
Oi, oi, oi,
Yaroshia.
konnichiwa.
Yaroshia. Sayonara. That was a good sayonara. That was a very good sayonara.
Yeah, that was a good sayonara. Yeah, 20 minutes. So our sayonara is the Japanese way to say goodbye. You know the Chinese way, right? Chinese way is pretty simple, pretty simple. 再见. And it just means see you later. See you later. Alligator. For a while. Dial. Yeah, it says Maria has entered the studio again. Sadly, Maria, the tenor and quality of your youthful voice has me apprehensive of your legal age to be on YouTube. And so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I appreciate you coming by to say hi, though. Good to see you, Sirius B. To hear from you soon. Yeah, you will. Sirius B, I will be in touch with you soon. I've been traveling the country for the last 2 weeks now, I guess. 10 days, something like that. I'll be here for another week in transit. But yeah, we'll be wrapping up things here in Shanghai soon and moving on to Suzhou and then to Beijing and then on to better things, right? Yeah, and so until then, y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land. Keep on keeping on. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Do all that stuff that makes YouTube's algorithms bark like Pavlov's dog. Definitely get over to buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. Put a little something, something in the tip jar. That'll help keep the lead in the pencil, the pep in my step, the jelly in my donut. All that happy horse shit makes everything work, right? And I will check the old chitter chatter box one last time. Ciao to you, Voy. Good to see you. Wiedersehen. Hasta luego. Zaijian. And sayonara to everybody out there in Happy Land. Until next time, guys. Keep doing good magic. For now.